What is up, guys? Technical Stinkers here, checking in on our little 3D print operation for today. If you're new to the channel or uninitiated, I do 3D printing. I print things, try to sell them on the internet, do prints for my home to help enrich my life, and just exhibition prints, just kind of learning about 3D printing. If you're interested in that and want to learn something from me, I mean, that's not going to happen probably, but maybe you could teach me something. Either way, subscribe to the channel. What have I got on the plates for today? Well, if you saw the last vlog, then you know that the Hornet nest, my best-selling print, my best-selling design anyway, was improved by a very kind subscriber. Thanks again, Thomas. This is the upgraded version, and you might say, well, I thought you pulled those off the plates. I did. I updated my Etsy. I did some tweaking, tuning, modifying, because this model takes less filament. And as soon as I updated it and dropped the price a little bit, sold. So the two that I had already sold. I printed these back up for par stock. But right now, this time of year is hot for that item because wasps are building nests. And so hopefully I expect to sell a few more of those. Updated my eBay listing with it too. So again, thanks again, Thomas. If any of you'd like to send me a design improvement that I can sell and make money off of, please feel free to do so. I'm glad to link your stuff or whatever. Speaking of which, we've got another one. And that's what I got printing over here on the P1P. This is, can you tell what it is? So this is a design from my dear, should probably look up his name, I already forgot. Man, I'm bad with names. These, I gotta carry the camera and these hornet nests. Hey, wait a minute, I got an idea. I think this is maybe the third or fourth time I've said this, but if you know me, then you know that I stopped mentally progressing at the age of 14. Huh? So this is actually the model that I'm printing on the P1P, courtesy of my dear friend Andrew. Andrew's a designer. He has a Thangs profile and he has designs on MakerWorld. Both are linked in the description below. He reached out to me and asked, you know, if I do like not an advertising thing, but like plug his models, because he sells a Thangs membership. If you'd like to download and print and sell his models, he has that option available on his things. You pay a monthly fee and you get the license to print and sell them. And so I said, sure, just give me, you know, rights to print and sell one of these things, one or two of them. And that's what I plan to do, to kind of sort of exhibit how that works. Maybe people who aren't familiar with that process, because a lot of those slinky dragons and fidget spinners and stuff, most of those work on that model. So what I did is I took his most downloaded model, this Nuka-Cola Magic the Gathering card holder thingy. And so I'm printing that over here on the P1P. Again, if you want to check him out, link to him is in the description below. See if you like his models, maybe you can try it out. And if you're a designer, you have a Things profile, you sell subscriptions or whatever, reach out to me. Email's in the description below. Very happy to plug it, but you know, you gotta give Daddy a little something. Daddy's got a little taste. Right, so we got that going over here on the P1P. We also did an AMS fix up. If you remember the last vlog, the AMS had blown out. One of the PTFE tubes down inside the AMS had stripped through, just too many cycles going through. You know, the PTFE tubes, they're on the outside, they're on the inside, they're everywhere. So I swapped that out, we're good to go, we're back up and running, blew everything out. And per the last vlog, I was talking about the Charmander model that I wanted to revisit it because I got a long list of stuff to print from my stores and Pokemon stuff was on that list. I really wanted to do a Charmander again, and a lot of people came in and said, just slice the Charmander right down the middle. I'm like, that's genius. Actually, I knew that beforehand and it was just bait. I was like, you know, I should slice it down the middle, but you should make it obvious so people comment, more comments, more engagement, more views, more money. So I knew the whole time because I'm super duper smart. But anyway, I sliced the Charmander here. Kind of played around with it a little bit I wanted to make sure that none of the voids or cavities were coming up too close to the plane of slice. I'll record it swirling around in the slicer here to kind of illustrate what I'm talking about. But I came to a happy medium, and I think I have high hopes for this because it doesn't require like two very small supports for his arms, and there's plenty of thickness throughout the model. There's no areas that are excessively thin. I can get both of them on the plate. It's a 350% size, and if you look down here, you can kind of see about how tall he's going to be. Now, it's not as tall as he could be if I printed him in one go on the Giga. Overall, I'm going to guesstimate he's going to be about 18 inches tall from foot to top of his head, but that should work out great. I'm going to let this finish printing before I start printing the other components of his body, like his belly, his eyes, his tongue, all that kind of stuff, just to see how that goes. But overall, not too bad of a print because I dialed the wall loops and the infill down because I think I can get away with it overall about 1,500 grams for this main body section. So all in, I'm thinking maybe I can get out of this for 2.5 kilos of filament. So that's, you know, roughly almost 2.5 kilos, it'd be about 50 bucks. But I mean, a model like this, I'm thinking maybe it's like 80 bucks or something like that. Obviously selling it local. Hello, Technicals here outside. Here at the Technicals, we believe in touching grass. Ooh, grody. So, interesting project we've been working on here for the past couple days is, if you've seen my outside before, you know I have a gate for my driveway, and that's to keep other human beings from getting at me. I've been doing some work up here up front, some, you know, kind of, I don't want to say embellishments, or just kind of sprucing it up a little bit, making it look a little bit nicer. And so these gate panels here come together. They're two swinging panels that open up to the driveway. But what I wanted to do was have an emblem on the gate. So this is obviously the inside, not the outside, but I don't want to open the gate because that's when the door-to-door salesmen start flooding in. You can see here the split in the middle. This is about 1 inch of separation right down the middle. And what I wanted to do was put a logo that is kind of split in half and comes together in the middle. So that's obviously a job for the Orange Storm Giga, but what I wanted to do was print a smaller version first as a proof of concept, kind of run it by the wife too to see if she's down for the font, the style, etc. And a 3D print outside exposed to the elements. I'm gonna have to take extra steps, but this is not something I really hope to sell. So I don't really mind putting in a little bit extra work to kind of weatherproof it. And so I've got that concept up here. So let's pull this off and take it in the office and fuss over it. I've already broken my prototype. All right, and so again, here's our concept. Had some of this gold silk PLA laying around, had a bit extra. I'm like, let's just use this because it's kind of cool. This is an S, it's like a Gothic S. My last name starts with an S. My last name is Silver Bergstein. So we've got it here. I split it down the middle and I actually made some modifications. Let's roll the Tinkercad sort of thing here. I added a sketch here because I wanted these two sides to be fully joined. I didn't want independent pieces that I would have to like line up and, you know, match correctly. So I added that here. I don't think you can really tell. I don't think it's really all that offending. I'm thinking I have this set the correct way. Yeah, so it's kind of hard to tell without the brim, but maybe at a distance. It's kind of an odd looking S. I wanted Papyrus for the font originally. I mean, why would you not want any other font other than Papyrus or Comic Sans for anything? But Gothic seems a little more elegant. So I'm gonna be working on this and trying to fine tune it in. And I'd love to know what your suggestions are for some kind of coating that I can use to sort of weatherproof it and UV proof it a little bit, because I'm gonna print it in regular PLA. I'm not gonna try to print it in something other, you know, something exotic, because I am gonna coat it probably in resin, probably like polyester resin, and then probably paint it on top. Just to seal it all in, just to like block out UV or something like that. And my hope is that even if it degrades, the plastic degrades, that the polyester resin on the outside is just kind of shield it or act as like an exoskeleton to it. So even if it disintegrates into fluff on the inside, maybe that polyester resin will kind of hold tight. I'm not gonna put a super duper thick layer, but that stuff's, you know, auto body resins, boat resin, things like that, it's made to stand up to the elements. That's what it's for. So as long as I'm careful about it and just kind of coat it very gingerly and paint it correctly, I'm gonna do it in black too. I'm not gonna put a gold emblem on my black gate. It's gonna be black on black, very subtle. So I'd love to know what your suggestions are for weatherproofing that's, you know, gonna stand up and also will be not terribly complicated. I don't wanna buy a bunch of machinery or anything like that to do it. I'll also kind of contour it, the back, because there are some face boards, some glamour boards, I guess, on the front that I want to contour it in so it locks into place. And that way when the gates come together, boom, it's the S. Sketchers, that's my last name, by the way. If anyone says to use the Superman logo, and finally, like I was saying, if you're unfamiliar or new to the channel, I own a business. I own a small chain of smoke shops. It's my main job, I guess, even though it's not really my job. That's why I'm mostly at home all the time doing 3D print stuff and sneezing out video garbage on the internet. But if you've been following the channel and the vlog, you know that I never really had much hope for selling 3D prints in my stores. But I came to a point where I was like, I want to kind of just move a lot of this stuff. I'll take it to the stores. If they sell, cool. This decoration, cool. Or throw it away. I don't care. And then actually I didn't push it. And then they came back and were like, yeah, we need more 3D printed stuff. People are buying it. And it's kind of blowing my mind a little bit because I made several $100s. I mean, I don't know if I'm at $1,000 yet. Off just that stuff that I took there. So that's very encouraging. And I was actually sent a list of things, of wish list things that they want to sell in stores. And a lot of this stuff, if you're here to see what sells on Etsy or, you know, that kind of thing, a lot of this doesn't apply because it's stuff that you can't really sell online. It's like Pokemon stuff, anime stuff, cannabis related things, stuff like that. So that doesn't really apply much, but it works in the store. So this is good vlog fodder. I'm going to be printing these over the, you know, kind of the coming days, or at least trying to chip away at it. One thing that they made big mention of is glow-in-the-dark stuff, because in a section, in at least a couple of our stores, we have like a glow-in-the-dark section of glow-in-the-dark based products. And so those do really well there. I've only ever used the bamboo glow-in-the-dark filament before, but I see that Hamil, Giant Arm, basically all of them make some glow-in-the-dark filaments, and I've only used green, but I'm interested in like the blues, the oranges, the purples, things like that. So if you've got good suggestions on ones that you've used in the past that maybe would work well for this application, really they're just looking for like the T-Rex skulls, human skulls, other skulls, things like that. Stuff that looks good under blacklight, I suppose. Let me know what your suggestions are for filaments in the comments below. So always 1,000,001 things going on around here. I'd love to know what you're working on in the comments below. What are you printing? What are you selling? Or do you have are you a designer? Would you like to be featured on my microscopic channel? I'm very happy to do that. If you give me some designs to print, I'm very happy to show them off and link to you, do what I can for that, because hey, it's good content and maybe you can make some sales out of it. Maybe some enterprising person out there could make some money selling your prints. Hit me up, emails in the description below. Let me know what you're working on in the comments below. Be sure to like the video because it's the nice thing to do, and subscribe for more content like this. I'm The Technicals. See you next time.